Hi guys, I'm Jennifer and welcome to my channel, Mint Green Gypsy. Thank you for being here and I hope you enjoy my Santa sleigh project. Okay guys, for this project I'm using Debi's DIY paint in one of the new colors, Walk on Water. It is a beautiful deep turquoise with strong green undertones. I am mixing it with black velvet, which is an off black, and I am going for a midnight sky color. I'm using a thrifted frame that I started working on a while ago and then gave up on the project. It's been sitting in my garage ever since. The frame originally had words on it, and to cover up the words, I used a mixture of paint and salt wash and created a textured background instead of sanding off the words. But like I said, it's been sitting in my garage like this for a while, so now I'm just using the paint mixture that I just made, and I'm painting over the frame. When I'm using DIY clay paint, I always have a mister bottle nearby to spray the paint with water when the paint gets too thick. I use bottled spring water because I've had tap water change the color of my paint in the past. I'm using air dry clay and the Santa sleigh mold from IOD. Guys, I keep forgetting to dust my mold with cornstarch, but it is very helpful to do so when it comes to removing your castings, especially from small areas like reindeer antlers and hooves. It's also really important to make sure you dump out the remaining cornstarch out of your mold so that it doesn't get into your casting. I like to use my transfer tool to remove excess clay. It helps me get an even casting through the drying process. You could also use a popsicle stick or an old gift card if you don't have a transfer stick. And look how amazing all the details are in the IOD molds. I'm going around the edges of the casting, just smoothing it out with my fingers. And thank goodness I remembered to dust the reindeer with cornstarch. To remove the casting, I just flip the mold over and bend it back a bit and let the casting fall out, or give it a little help if necessary. You can see here that I am missing a reindeer leg, but don't worry, I just place the leg back on and you would never know when looking at the finished project. I'm using a dry paintbrush to smooth out the broken leg and any other places in the casting that may have a crack in the clay. I am painting the castings with Debi's DIY Faded Burlap, which is a fabulous grage neutral color. I like to paint my castings before the clay dries so that it slows the drying process, and I really don't get any cracks in the clay when I do this. The DIY paint is dry, and now I am sealing it with DIY's Big Top coat. DIY paint gets lighter as it dries, and then when you add the top coat, it goes back to the darker color similar to the color of when the paint is wet. DIY paint does not have a built-in top coat, which makes it perfect if you want to blend your paint. It does reconstitute when it gets wet, so you always have to add some type of sealer, whether it be wax or a clear top coat like I'm doing here. For the background of this project, I'm using a snowflake stamp that I got at Michael's. I really wanted a star stamp or stencil, but Michael's didn't have one and I didn't want to wait for an online order. So I'm painting the snowflake stamp with DIY's golden ticket, and I'm stamping my frame. Because I'm stamping on an uneven surface, my stamp does not come out even, but that's okay. I end up re-stamping the parts I didn't like, and the end results, I really like how it turned out. Before I stamp the frame, I am stamping a piece of paper so that the excess paint from the stamp does not smear the project. For the next row of snowflakes, the stamp block is too wide, so I'm using a baby wipe to remove the paint from the part of the stamp that I do not want to use. While the snowflakes are drying, I am using DIY's golden ticket to paint around the frame. I'm painting a small portion of the snowflake stamp and stamping the areas of the frame that are missing snowflakes. And here's what the background looks like before I start adding the Santa sleigh castings. I am going over the castings with Big Top to seal in the DIY paint. Now that the big top is dried, I'm adding dark wax, getting it down into the crevices and wiping it back from the raised parts, revealing all of the beautiful details in the casting. I'm using gold gilding wax and I'm applying it to the raised sections of Santa's sleigh and the reindeers. I am using Aleens Tacky glue to glue the air dry clay castings to the frame, making sure the glue gets all the way to the edge, but not so much glue that it will ooze out from the back. I hope you are enjoying this project. Please don't forget to like this video, and I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment below and let me know what you think. For the last step of this project, I'm using a small bit of Aleens tacky glue and gold corded ribbon to look like reins between Santa's sleigh and the reindeer. Thank you so much for watching, and here is your finished project. I will see you next time.